Hello, welcome to this video series on how to create an image processing app using the Microsoft Vision API. My name one more time is Ayuba Ojonuguamuazu, and in this video series here we are going to look into the Microsoft Vision API, and then we are going to see the benefits and the use cases and applications of computer vision API, and then we are going to create our own application that will employ the Microsoft Vision to be able to create an application that will enforce profile picture. So we're going to create a simple system at the end of the day to be able to enforce uploading a profile picture, because these days you could see websites asking for people to upload profile pictures, and people go about uploading different things. You can see people maybe uploading cats or uploading images that are actually a profile picture. So if you have it in mind to create an application that will enforce uh, the uploading of profile picture, human picture, according to the rules, according to your business rules, then these video tutorials will ultimately help you in doing that. So that's what we are going to do at the end of the day. But we're going to look at the computer vision, and we're going to see its use cases, its applications, because it has a whole lot of use cases and application. We're going to look at that, and then we're going to look at the different APIs that Microsoft has for computer vision. We are going to look at the Face API in particular, because it's what we're going to use to create our system. So one more time, my name is Ayuba Ojonuguamuazu, and if you've been following my channel on the education ecosystem, you can see that these days I've been leveraging on Microsoft technologies, more especially looking at the cognitive services that Microsoft is actually bringing out to make lives easier for we developers. So thank you as you will watch this video series, and I hope you enjoy it and you learn from it and expand. Thank you very much. Hi, welcome to session 1 of this video series on how to create an image processing app using the Microsoft Vision API. My name is Ayuba Ojonuguamuazu, and to start this video tutorial, we are going to look at what is a computer vision, and then we are going to look at what we can do with it. And we're going to proceed from there to look at the real-world use cases of companies that have used computer visions and how they're able to achieve that. So, what is a computer vision API? If you go to the Microsoft Azure website, and you go to cognitive services and you go to computer vision, you have this piece of document here. It says the Azure computer vision services provides developers with access to advanced algorithms to process images and return information. To analyze an image, you either upload an image or specify an image URL. The image processing algorithms can analyze content in different ways depending on visual features you're interested in. For example, computer vision can determine if an image contains adults or racy content, or find all human faces in an image. You can use computer vision in your application by either using the native SDK or invoking the REST API directly. So, what is a computer vision API? The computer vision API, what is the computer vision? Sorry, not the computer vision API. Computer vision, it's technology. It's a kind of technology that helps one to analyze images and videos. So it's not just only images. It helps you to analyze images and videos and bring out intelligent reports based on the features that are in that image or videos. So, and to be able to achieve this, basically you either upload a picture onto the page you're interested in. You either upload a picture or you specify a URL, and using the advanced algorithm to process image, the Microsoft Vision API itself processes this image and return information, return intelligent and actionable data that you can use to further process other actions that you want in your application. So Microsoft Vision, computer vision, it's actually it's at its infancy, I would say, as at the time of recording this video, and a whole lot of things that can be done with it. If we are going to the application and use cases later, we will talk about different companies that have leveraged on this technology and how they're able to create amazing solutions to business problems. So we're going to look at that. But for now, we're talking about the Microsoft Vision API. And then you can see it says you can analyze images to detect and provide insights about the visual features and characteristics. All of the features in the table below are provided by the Analyze Image API. So this is just one part of the Vision API. We're talking about the Analyze Image now. So in analyzing image, first of all, we have these actions: tag visual features. So with these, you can identify and tag visual features in an image from a set of thousands of recognizable objects. So it's like okay, let's say like living things, sceneries, and actions. So it's like having a picture with thousands of objects in it. Like you have a picture of a room, or you have a picture of a street where people are walking on the streets. There are buildings, there are roads, there are cars, there are street lights and all that. And then so you can actually analyze and tag visual features that you are interested in, so by calling the Analyze Image API. So when the tags are ambiguous or not common knowledge, the API response provide hints to clarify the contents of the tag. Tagging isn't limited to the main subject, such as a person in the foreground, but also includes the setting, indoor or outdoor, furniture, tools, plants, animals, accessory, gadgets, and so on. So like I said, it's the tagging itself in the Tag Visual API isn't just only limited to the main subject. Like maybe if the main subject is a person, it will tell you that okay, this is a person in a building outside his house, or this is a person in a garden, or this is a person on the street with cars, and or this is a person looking at his computer. There is a cup of coffee in front of him and all that. So the Tag Visual API will actually analyze image and bring out this useful information that you can use to further process other actions according to your business rules. So that is that about that. Then we'll also in that we also have a detect objects. Object detection is similar to tagging, but the API returns the bounding box coordinates for each tag applied. For example, if an image contains a dog, cat, and person, the detect operation will list those objects together with their coordinates in the image. You can use this functionality to process further relationship between the objects in an image. It also lets you know when there are multiple instances of the same tag in an image. So you can see this is also another very useful API that you can use in your applications. But everything depends basically on your business rules, like I said. So with the detect object, you can actually detect different objects. It's a little bit similar to the tagging, but this in the detect objects API, it returns a bounding box coordinates for each tags that is applied. So that's just the difference between that and the tag visual features. So then we have detect brands. Identify commercial brands in images or videos from a database of thousands of global logos. You can use this feature, for example, to discover which brands are most popular on social media or most prevalent in media product placement. So yeah, you could actually use this and analyze different pictures and see which brands are most popular, like how it's said. So it's another important aspect of using the computer vision. Then we also have categorize image. So you can identify and categorize entire image using the category taxonomy with parent-child hereditary hierarchies. So categories can be done alone or with our new tagging models. Currently, English is only supported language for tagging and categorizing images. So if you're interested in tagging images and all that, the categorize image API, it's cool for that. And then we also have describe image. It generates a description of an entire image in human readable language. So this is very cool. Using complete sentences, computer vision algorithms generate various descriptions based on the object identified in the image. The descriptions are each evaluated and a confidence score is generated. A list is then returned, ordered from the highest confidence score to the lowest. So you can see this is also cool. If you want to describe an image almost perfectly, this is also a cool API. So you could actually use this API if you want to process some certain kind of business rules that has to do with if and else statements, or like that. So you could say, if this is being described in the image, then this should happen. For example, if you're describing a face and you say, oh, if the person is frowning, then you follow it by another action, or if the person is smiling, you follow it by another action. We're going to look at that. Then detect faces. All right, this is where we are coming into, and we're going to focus more on this API. So detect faces an image and provide information in an image and provide information about each detected face. Computer vision returns the coordinates, rectangles, gender, and age for each detected face. Computer vision provides a subset of the face service functionality. You can use the face service for more detailed analysis, such as facial identification and pose detection. So we're going to employ these in our application. We're going to create, like I said, a profile picture enforcement system at the end of the day. So we're going to use the detected face API. So we're going to detect a picture that has been uploaded, first of all, to make sure that it's a human, and then it's a face, a human face. Then we're going to detect whether it's a male or a female based on your input. If you are entering your profile details on our form, for example, if you select your gender as a female and then you uploaded a picture of a male, then we are going to flag off that no, you can't upload that picture. So this will be very good for social media websites like Facebook and the rest, where you can see females uploading pictures of males, not their picture on profile pictures, or for dating websites. So you want to create a dating website and you want to ensure that, okay, the person is claiming to be who he is. So you can actually use this face detection to maximize that effect. Then we have detect image types. You can detect characteristics about an image, so that's whether an image is a line drawing or the likelihood of whether an image is a clip art. So you can use that. Then you can detect domain specific content. Use domain models to detect and identify domain specific content in an image, such as celebrities and landmarks. This is also very cool. For example, if an image contains people, computer vision can use a domain model for celebrities to determine if the people detected in that image are known celebrities. So like this is also a very cool feature that you can use. Even in our profile enforcement system, you can actually use this too. It's also cool. If you don't want people to upload celebrity pictures, you can actually use this. Now, detect the color scheme. Analyze color usage within an image. Computer vision can determine whether an image is black and white or color, and for color images, identify the dominant and absent colors. So like I said, depending on the business rules and what you are programming, what you're developing, all these will have to go in accordance with your business rules. So you have to think outside the box to put these in place. Then generate a thumbnail. Analyze the content of an image to generate an appropriate thumbnail for that image. Computer vision first generates a high quality thumbnail and then analyzes the objects within the image to determine the area of interest. Computer vision then crops the image to fill the requirements of the area of interest. The generated thumbnail can be presented using an aspect ratio that is different from the aspect ratio of the original image, depending on your needs. Just like I said, everything depends on your business rules. So like our own business rule, we want to create at the end of the day a profile picture enforcement system. So we have to look at APIs that will employ to help us achieve that. So then we have this last one, the get the area of interest. So you can analyze the content of an image to retain the coordinates of the area of interest. Instead of cropping the image and generating a thumbnail, computer vision returns the bounding box coordinates of the region. So the calling application can modify the original image as desired. So you can see these are the different things you can use computer vision to do. So Now you have to think outside the box to see how you can use this API to fit into your business role. So you can use computer vision read API to extract printed and handwritten text from image into a machine readable character stream. The read API uses latest models to work with text on a variety of surfaces and backgrounds, such as receipts, posters, business cards, letters, and whiteboards. Now, I've seen these. We'll talk about this later, where a company has used these, to verify checks. Like you could be at home and then you sign your check and then you snap it on your mobile phone and then you send it to the bank, and the bank will use this API to check that. What the check you sent is authentic, and then they can use that to process your check. So you can also use the optical character recognition OCR API to extract printed text in several languages. If needed, OCR corrects the rotation of recognized text and provides the frame coordinate of each word. OCR supports 25 languages and automatically detect the language of the recognized text. So this is also very, very cool. You can look at that and see how you can modify it. Now, moderate contents in images. So you want to moderate like adult contents or racy contents, you can actually use this. So you can use computer vision to detect adult and racy content in the image and return a confidence score for both. You can set the filter for adult and racy content detection on a slide scale to accommodate your preference. So depending on your application, like for example, like our profile picture enforcement system, we could also use these if we want to detect that what you're actually uploading is not an adult content. So we could use that. So you can actually use this to to restrict images that come into your application. So that's one cool thing about computer vision in terms of images. Like I said, videos is also part of computer vision. So these are what you can do with computer vision, and then as you can see, it's a very cool technology that we are leveraging on currently. So if you're interested in creating any app or using these different examples that I give, then you feel free to come to the Azure website and then sign in and then look at these and get to see how you can modify yours. So that is that about what is a computer vision and a look into computer vision and what you can do with it. So next we are going to look at computer vision use cases and applications. We're going to see different companies that have employed computer vision and what they are able to achieve currently and what the future holds for computer vision and where we're heading to. Now from there, we proceed into creating our own profile picture enforcement system. So once again, my name is Ayuba Johnny Wamazu. Thank you for watching. Hello, welcome to session 2 on this video series on how to create an image processing app using Microsoft Computer Vision API. And in the last video, we talked about what is a computer vision, and then we talked about the different aspects of the computer vision API that Microsoft has to its cognitive services. So here now we're going to talk about use cases and applications, and we're going to see companies, top tech companies in the world that have used computer vision to solve some of their business problems, and then we're going to see how they intelligently did that. So across industries like retail and security, automotive, healthcare, agriculture, banking, and industry, we're just going to look at that. So first of all, we start with the retail and industry. So it's just a piece of text here that I wrote that we're going to look at. So in the retail and industry sector, Amazon has recently opened to the public the Amazon Go store, where shoppers need not wait in line at the checkout counter to pay for their purchases. Located in Seattle, Washington, the Go store is fitted with cameras specialized in computer vision. It initially only allowed Amazon employee shoppers, but welcomed the public beginning in the early 2018. So the technology that runs behind the Go store is called Just Workout. So shoppers activate the iOS or Android mobile app before entering the gates of the store, and cameras are placed in the ceiling above the aisle and on shelves using computer vision technology. The company website actually claims that these cameras have the capability to determine when an object is taken from a shelf and who was taking it. If an item is returned to the shelf, the system is also able to remove that item from the customer's virtual basket. The network of cameras allow the app to track people in the store at all times, ensuring it builds the right items to the right shopper when they walk out without having to use facial recognition. So you can see what Amazon did with the Go Store here. It's a perfect example of using computer vision, where as the website claims, they have cameras that take pictures of people shopping. But first of all, you have to like activate your mobile app, the mobile app of the you have to activate the mobile app before entering the store. So it takes a picture of you, walking around the shop and shopping, getting items and all that. So you don't really need to go to the counter to pay. You just walk out and Amazon bills you, based on what you have taken in the shop. So this is just an example of you know, computer vision that Amazon is using in terms of shop or in terms of retail and security. So just like how Amazon claimed, they have CCTV cameras that will take pictures, and if someone should take a picture, take an item from the shelf, the system would you know track that item, the price and all that, and then it will bill you accordingly. So Amazon is able to do that. And then we look at the idea of stop lift in retail security specific to groceries. Massachusetts-based Toplift claimed to have developed a computer vision system that could reduce the theft and other losses at store chains. The company's product, called Scan It All, is a system that detects checkout errors or cashiers who avoid scanning, also called sweethearting. Sweethearting is the cashier's act of fake scanning a product at the checkout in collusion with the customer, who could be a friend, family, or fellow employee. Of course, this has been done many times. A lot of people have done this sweethearting, like steal things from the shop without paying and all that, and the cashier will assume that they have scanned that has not been scanned, and the person will just walk out of the shop freely. So Scan It All computer vision technology works with the grocery store existing ceiling installed video cameras and point of sale systems. Through the camera, the software watches the cashier scan all products at the checkout counter. Any product that is not scanned at the POS is labeled as a loss by the software. So after being notified of the loss, the company actually says it's up to management to take the next step to accost the staff and take measures to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. So using algorithms, Stoplift claims that Scan It All can identify sweethearting behaviors such as covering the barcode, stacking items on top of each other, skipping the scanners indirectly, bagging the merchandise. So actually, people do this. If you've been to or if you know someone that owns a retail store, actually, this idea of sweethearting, it's a very disturbing problem in retail stores, because it's very somehow quite difficult to catch an employee in that act. So this company here, Stoplift, with their Scan It All software, claims that using the vision API, using the computer vision, they're able to snap, take images and pictures of cashiers at the point of scanning products and all that. So they take that and then record it. So if you look at the different APIs I said, you could one could imagine that this is actually very possible. So that's that about in retail and shoplifting, retail shop and security. So in automotive, one company that claims to have make driving safer is Waymo, formerly known as Google self-driving car project. Waymo is working to improve transportation for people, building on self-driving car and sensor technology developed in Google Labs. The company website reports that Waymo cars are equipped with sensors and software that can detect 360 degrees of movement of pedestrians, cyclists, vehicles, roadwork, and other objects from up to 3 football fields away. It's very cool. The company also reports that the software has been tested on 7 million miles of public roads to train its vehicles to navigate safely through daily traffic. So if you know about self-driving cars and you've been reading about self-driving cars, then you should know that one of the one significant technology that will contribute to self-driving cars, of course, is computer vision. Because when I'm thinking in terms of producing cars that could, detect, that could see like human, that could see and detect objects around it, like this company is claiming could detect like 3 football fields away. That's quite large. So, and then the car could analyze visions of what it has seen, and then it will act accordingly. For example, if a pedestrian is trying to cross, the car will know whether to apply brakes and all that. And I've also seen another one that could check a driver that is driving the car, just for it to scan the driver's picture, to take a picture of the driver's face and detect whether the driver is drunk. So if the driver is drunk, the car won't start. So that has also, or it could check if there's an alcohol in the car. It will take picture of the alcohol if it's open and all that. It will take picture of it if it's open and it has been, taken, maybe like half of the bottle has been, consumed. Just based on the use case, the car could decide not to start and all that. So this way you're checking drinking and driving and all that. So these are what self-driving cars can actually do. So, and that can be achieved using computer vision. So let's look at in the area of healthcare. Now, Gauss Surgical has developed blood monitoring solutions that are described to estimate in real time blood loss during medical situations. This solution, the website reports, maximizes transfusion and recognizes hemorrhage better than the human eye. Okay, so Gauss Surgical Triton line of blood monitoring solutions include Triton OR, which uses an iPad-based app to capture images of blood and surgical sponges and suction canisters. These images are processed by cloud-based computer vision and machine learning algorithms to estimate blood loss. The company says the application is currently used by medical professionals in hospitals operating rooms during surgical operations or cesarean deliveries. So you can see this is also very cool. I'm not very conversant with the healthcare and all those medical terms and all that, but I know that taking pictures of you know medical images and all that could help solve problems uh, in the healthcare using computer vision. Then in agriculture, very good. Slant Range claims to offer computer vision equipped drones that are connected to what the company calls an intelligence system, consisting of sensors, processors, storage devices, networks, and artificial intelligence analytics software and other user interface to measure and monitor the condition of crops. At 120 meters above ground level, the camera has a resolution of 4.8 pixel. However, its website notes that flying lower provides better resolution. So this is like a flying drone that takes pictures of crops, at regular intervals. The drone is flying across the field. It takes pictures of crop and then it detects whether there is a disease and all that. More, this is very applicable for people that have very large farms, and you can just don't you can just go around the farm, looking at your crops one by one to see whether there is discoloration or there is different kind of you know diseases that has hit the crops. So computer vision works very perfect here. You need drones. The drone takes the pictures, and then you analyze the picture. You're using computer vision and check variations in colors and all that to determine if your farm is affected. So the company claims that drone captures images of the field to show different signatures of healthy crops compared with stressed crops. These stressors include pest infections, nutrient deficiencies, and dehydration, and metrics to estimate potential yield at harvest and others. These signatures are passed on to the Slant View analytics system, which interprets the data and ultimately help farmers make decisions related to treatment for stress conditions. So this is very cool. Like, this is so applicable to the agricultural industry, and this is just one very interesting and intelligent aspect of computer vision that I personally like. So then aside that, let's also look at banking. You know, so my tech systems offers image recognition applications that uses machine learning to classify, extract data, and authenticate documents such as passports, ID cards, driver licenses, and checks. The application works by having customer take a photo of an ID or paper check using their mobile device and send to the user's bank, where computer vision software on the bank side verifies authenticity. Once verified and accepted by the user's bank, the application or check is processed. For deposits, funds typically become available to the customers within the business day, according to my tech company website. So this is cool. Like, you know, what this company is trying to tell us, it's gone are those days where you have to like sign a check and take the check to the bank and then process the check. So what it's saying is you can actually be at home and then using the system, you sign your check and then you connect to the mobile app and then you take a picture of the check you've signed and then you send it to the bank and just send it to the bank and the bank using computer vision, they scan the picture, they look at the picture, the document you sent, and verify the authenticity and then process your check accordingly. So this is also very cool in banking industry and just all other industries that has to do with identities, that's it, authenticating identities. This is also a very cool way. For example, we have like sometimes websites just to ensure your identity and everything. Excuse me, they always ask for documents like passports, driver licenses, and all that. So this could actually you could actually scan your documents and send it, and then using computer vision, they could actually analyze the document you send and to check whether your document is expired or not, or whether your document is valid and all that. So this is also very cool. Like it's very cool. It's also a recognition system and an authentication system for companies and websites that want to leverage these technologies. Then in industrial in industry in a case study, a client claims that Osprey online visual monitoring system for remote oil wells helped it reduce site visits and the equivalent cost. The client was seeking ways to make oil production more efficient in the face of depressed commodity prices. The study notes that it turned to Osprey to deploy virtual monitoring systems at several facilities for operation monitoring and security, and then to identify new application to improve productivity. So actually, in excuse me, actually in industrial in industry, very large industries where you produce you know where there are a lot of staff, and then you produce things in large bulk, in large assembly lines and all that. If you really want to check for check and balances for orders and industrial rules and all that, computer vision could aid in that. Like you could take pictures of your staff working and then to check whether they're following the rules of safety and all that, whether the staff is wearing his uniform or whether the staff is wearing his helmet and all that. With computer vision, you can actually check that and then notify the authority on appropriate uh, rules and safety rules in a very large industrial company. So Esprit Rich Computer Vision System was deployed to the client's high priority. Well, this is just from their website to provide 15 minutes time-lapse image of specific areas of the well with an option for an on-demand images and a live video. Osprey also deployed at a remote tank battery, enabling operators to read tank levels and view the containment area. According to the case study, the client was able to reduce routine visits by 50% since deploying the Osprey solution. The average cost for an in-person well site inspection was reduced from $20 to $1. So this is also very cool. You can see this company, based on this case study, has been able to cut down cost using computer vision. So like I said, computer vision, it's very important. It's very vital, and these are different use cases and applications. There are a whole lot of other use cases and applications that are there that you can develop. So in our own use case here, in our own small way, we're going to create a profile picture enforcement system. So you upload your profile picture, we check for different parameters that we're interested in. if we're interested in you smiling, if we're interested in you frowning, if we're interested in you wearing if we're interested in your gender, if we're interested in all that. So we just look at it and then we process our application according to our business rule. So basically that's how it is. So according to your business rule, you use computer vision to process images and videos that is being submitted into your application. So that's that about that. In the next video, we will dive into codes, and then we'll start creating our application and then see how it goes. So one more time, thank you for watching. My name is Ayuba Ochonugwa. Hello, welcome to session 3 on this video tutorial on how to create an image processing app using Microsoft Computer Vision API. Now, in the last couple of sessions, we talked about just the Microsoft Vision, and then we talked about computer vision in general, and we discussed some applications and use cases. We talked theoretically enough. Now, in this session here, we're just going to go dive into coding and see how we can get what we've talked about in the last previous sessions into practice. So now we are going to create a face detector web app, but for the same time, we're going to create an application that will enforce our uploading of profile pictures, so based on certain criteria that we are going to create. First of all, let's see how to even create a face detector web app. Let's create a web app, call the API, and see how it works before we create our own. So that's what we're going to do in this session. So fire up Visual Studio. I currently have Visual Studio 2015. So I'm just going to create a new project. I just go to File, go to New, and then just create a simple website. So this is I'm using Visual Studio 2015. You can use Visual Studio 2017 and above, and it will still work as fine. So we're going to create a new website, and then we're going to see how we can put things in place. So you click on File and then New, and then let's wait for the template to get initialized, and then let's put in the appropriate parameters. Okay, so make sure it's Visual C#, and then let's just create an empty website, just a simple one. So you can see I've configured this to my internet information server. So I'm just going to call these profile picture enforcement. Profile picture enforcement, right? So it's an empty website, so just go right ahead and hit the OK button. Okay, so we wait for the project to get created. Now, while this is creating, we can go and hit the Microsoft Azure Cognitive Web Service, and then just look at what's there. So we're actually talking about the vision, right? So we can just go right. We've discussed all this if you've been following my videos. So you can see we have the vision here: recognize, identify, caption, index, and moderate pictures, videos, and digital and content. So let's just click on these and then see what is up for us. Okay, so good. So you can read about these and get to see all the necessary things that are required. You can see you can read about image classification, the computer vision, scene and activity recognition in images, celebrity and landmark recognitions in images. You can view all demos here. Then we have ink recognizer. This is still under preview. You can recognize digital ink and handwriting, recognize and pinpoint common shapes, or enable productivity scenarios. And then here we're going to use these face, so face detection in images, person identification in images, emotion recognition in images, similar face recognition and grouping in images. So this is what we're going to do. So now we're going to use face detection just and see what we can get out of that. So let's just click on the face detection and see. So you can see it says here, detect and compare human faces, organize images into groups based on similarities, identify previously tagged people and images, run locally on premises or in cloud. So you can peruse through the website and then read all about it. Now let's scroll down here. Good. So you can see these are examples that Microsoft showed us. You can see check the likelihood of two faces belonging to the same person. So we're just going to do our own simple face detection that will look just like what Microsoft is doing here, just to get the concept, before we dive into creating our profile picture enforcement. So you can see this is a face that has been detected, and then if you see it in action, you can actually upload an image, and this is the JSON result that was returned. So so that is that. So you could actually put an image URL here. If you're on the site, click submit, and then you will see the responses that's been returned in JSON. So you can just scroll through and look at that. Emotion recognition, whether the person is smiling, whether the person is angry, surprised, and all that. Like this kid here, I think the kid is surprised, right? So you can see that. You can see the kid's happiness 1.9. Surprise 0.8, so I think it's 0.19 happiness, and then surprise 0.8. So the kid is more surprised and in a happy way. So so this is a very cool feature that Microsoft has and all that. Okay, good. So now and I'll have this. Let's just click on just any of the documentations and let's see what Microsoft is talking about while we wait for this to come up. Good. So we have this created. Good. So this is a console application that Microsoft has for us. You can see detect faces and image using the face REST API, and then a console application is created here. So we're going to walk through this, but at the same time we want to create a web app, so it's going to be different from this a little bit. So we will try to follow this tutorial, but we are going to tweak ours to look quite different. So now we have this, we've created our profile picture enforcement system. So we go right ahead, we go to we just add a new web form. So we'll just go to add. So we click add new item. So we'll just select a web form, and then we can leave it as default, and then there's no need to put the master page. So we'll just click add. Okay, while the form is adding, let's still quickly go back here. Now that we have here, you will need to have an API key, because if you look at what is said here, you will need to have an API key and then know the endpoints you're going to use. So if you don't have an Azure account, you can create a free one by clicking on this link, and then for you to get your API key. So, but I already have mine, so you can just go right here, and then I think here is where I have mine. So good. Okay, good. I need to like log in, so to view my APIs. So let me just click on this login button here. So I'm just gonna agree to these and then select my country. I'm presently in Nigeria. If I'm in the UAE, I'm gonna select UAE. So I'm presently in Nigeria. Good. So you just make sure the accept checkbox is clicked, and then you hit the next button. So I'm going to use my preferred method of login, which is Microsoft. So I have Microsoft account. Okay, of course, this is the account I'm using, so what's the issue? Okay, good. Oh well, I have 4 days remaining, and you can see. So I already have this API, but if you don't have this API, you can just scroll down and just add this API to your account. So you scroll down here. Good. So you can see these are the different lists of APIs. So you can just check if you want to add Bing, you click this. If you want to add speaker recognition, you click this, and if you want to add computer vision, of course, you click this, which I already have. And so you can click to see more by clicking the show all. Now that I have my this is my endpoint, and then this is my key, so we'll just keep note of this. Right now, let's go back to Visual Studio, and then we have this form here. So I'm going to drag 3 tools. I'm just going to drag the file upload to be able to upload our image. Then I'm going to drag a button, and then just a label to display what needs to be displayed. So it's not just going to be a fancy user interface, just a simple user interface to showcase what we want to do. Okay, the page is not responding. Let's wait a little bit. So let's wait for the page to respond before we proceed. not responding. Okay, like I said, what's here? It's a console application, and we're just going to follow similarly what has been built here, and then get the JSON response of what we need. But we have our Visual Studio currently not responding, and hope this doesn't take long. Just wait a little bit and see if it doesn't respond. Maybe we have to restart Visual Studio. So wait a little bit, and I guess we might restart the Visual Studio. And let's just end this process. Good. So let's restart the Visual Studio again. So right click Visual Studio 2015. So we run as an administrator since I'm connected to Internet Information Server. Okay, hit yes. Just trying to repeat the same process. Okay, I'll remove this. I think the Muslims are calling prayer currently where I am. Let's wait for this to respond. Okay, profile picture enforcement, right? That's the recent a recent project, so just click on it. Okay, we hope it responds this time. Okay, let's go back to our default. Just click on it. Okay, so let's wait for the toolbox to get initialized. Oh, this is still not responding. I hope it's not going to be like before. Okay, we could decide to pause this video and just wait for it to respond, then we pick from where we stop. So just know that we are trying to create the interface, and so let's just say that we've started the program, creating a profile picture enforcement system. So let's just pause this, and then we'll proceed in the just like a subsection, and then proceed from there, not to waste too much time. So let's just pause this. So here we're going to continue from the last video. We actually stopped here trying to get this running, so it wasn't responding Visual Studio, so I just had to stop the video and continue now. So like I said, we're just going to create a simple web application that will detect faces, just like how Microsoft did on their website, but we're going to do it as a web application. So let's drop a file, upload. So let's drop a file upload control. We drop that, and then okay, good. So I'll just put a breakpoint, and let's drop a button. That's a file upload, and that's a button. So the idea is we upload the image and then we click the button. So let's just say analyze. Right, let's call this analyze. Analyze is a Z or which one? It's what's the respelling of analyze? Okay, let's put the S, and then we drop a label. We'll just call label message that will display the JSON response. So let's just call this label message. Good. So we can remove this problem. So we can name this button analyze button analyze. Now let's go right ahead and save this. So okay, I hope you respond this time around. Okay, just hope this responds as we want. Okay, good. Now so we just create an on-click event for these. So now that we're able to have this, we're just going to go right ahead and dive into the codes. So if you go back here, it's just a simple web page, you know, has a file upload. You can upload your image, and then you just click analyze, and then we do our magic here, and then we display the JSON response on this label message. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now that we're able to do this, okay, good. So let's go back to the code behind. Now we need to import some DLLs like we have it here, if you can remember. Okay, this is the Microsoft. So just go to the Microsoft web page. You can see there are some certain DLLs here that we need to pick. So let's just pick this. I think we'll have system using system. Let's pick this. So we drop this here. These are the classes that we need, the DLLs. Okay, so you can see we need HTTP. So we don't have these now. So let's just go to our Nugget packages and then add that. So let's just go to manage Nugget packages. Okay, so we go to browse. Okay, so we are looking for system.http, right? See here, good. So looking system.net.html. So we'll just copy this. Okay, for this, since we are going to use it, we're going to need it. So we can just drop this here, and then we hit the enter button. Well, one 101 million downloads. That's huge. Okay, so we click install. Okay, so we accept that. We accept this too. So all the NuGet packages are in. The NuGet packages adding. You can see it has created a bin folder for us. Okay, so we can see that we're adding adding the DLLs slowly. So the system.net.htp provides a programming interface for modern HTTP applications, including HTTP clients, components that allow applications to consume web services over HTTP and HTTP components that can be used by both clients and server for parsing HTTP headers. So that's what that does. And so we're actually adding what we need to add. So let's just wait for the DLLs, the necessary DLLs to get added. Okay, good. So this has installed successfully, finished. So you can see that our, so this should go any moment. So good. Now we need to declare some variables and constants and all that. So let's start with the subscription key and the endpoint, the URI page. So let's just say constant string subscript subscription key. So we're gonna put our subscription key here. And of course, if you could recall, in the last video I actually showed you where subscription key is, so you just go right there and pick it. So I have mine here because I have the endpoint here, and so I can just pick anyone. I have two keys, so let's say I pick the first one. It's good, excuse me. Good, so you drop this, right? So then you'll also pick the constant string URI base, just like how it is on the website. So we declare these, and because we need these, so this is URI base here. So we drop that also. Now that we have this for our message, for our label message, let's say private static, because we need a static variable. So we have a static method that we're going to call. So let's see, this is LBL message, right? So now on the page load, so we just say LBL message should be this that we declared here, these. So we've now made it to be a static variable now. So another way able to do this now, let's go to button click, and then let's create the paths, because we need a full paths of our image that we're going to upload to the web server to analyze. So say paths in part 1, just so paths will be server.map path. So we're just going to use these our base. So our file upload one, save as paths plus file upload one, that file name. So we'll just pick the file name, because just get the file, want to get the full part of the file. So I get a full part of the file name. So we just map it to this part one. We just say if you follow the code carefully, you understand the logic I'm trying to create here. You understand the logic I'm trying to create here. So string, let's just say image of file path should be this. So now we're going to check if our file exists in our file upload, right? Since we're able to get a full path now, and we're able to save it on the server. So you can actually put this in a try and catch block, but just to analyze, just to get this up and running. So we said if file exists, of course, image file path, So okay, let's put this in a try and catch block. So now we're going to call this method make analysis that it's here. We're going to call this method make analysis. Okay, good. So we're going to call this static method make analysis, and then how will expand that. So let's just copy that, and then okay, we're going to dump that here. So we'll come and explain this code later. So we call the method here now inside our make analysis request, right? Of course, passing our image file path. Okay, so that is if it's successful, but if it's not successful, we'll catch an exception. Catch an exception. So catch an exception, we'll call it EX. And then we can say label message should display EX message. So we'll just get the exception. And then now else, since we have these in the if, so we have the else statement. Else we say label message the text should be invalid file paths. Invalid file path. So actually you can actually check to make sure that the file you're putting is an image and all that. So you have to check the file file uploaded, whether it's an image, whether it's a PNG, JPG, and all that. So we're not checking that now. We just want to analyze the image. We're not checking for that yet. So of course now this is the make analysis request. So we have a HTTP client. We declare a HTTP client. Then of course we add the subscription key, which we've already declared above. Then we have string parameters. You can see here is very important. It's 10 optional parameters here. You can see it's written here, it's details. Now here we have parameters we're interested in, like it returns the face ID, return face landmarks, return face attributes, age, gender, head pose, smile, hair color, glasses, emotion, like that. So we just need that. You can actually put more if you look at the website very well. Now and then, these are our URL base, which is the endpoint that we added above here. So this is our URL base here. Then okay, good. Then we declare HTTP response, and now we post a locally request body post a locally stored JPG image. So here we're going to call this class again to get the image as byte array. So and once we get that, we using these, we check, make sure that the media header value is this, and we await our response, and then okay, so we're going to call these two methods again. I don't think we need this console. Let's drop this, and then we want to display this, so we display this. If everything is successful, we display this on our message. So we say label message text should be this. So by doing that, we don't need this. So now we are going to call these JSON pretty prints that speaks for us, and this will get images byte array. So let's just come here. You're going to see it. Now you can see it here, get images byte array. Let's copy it before we explain it. So once that's called, So once that is called, we using file stream, we open the file, look at it, we read it using binary reader, and then we return the binary, return the bytes. So that's what we are doing here. So we return the image as you know, in this format, in bytes. So, and then we use it to call these and then analyze the image. So let's just call this class here, which of course we have it down here. So it's just like a pretty way of formatting the JSON. You can see add the following method to program class. Of course, we're not doing a console application. This method formats the JSON input to be more easily readable. Your app will write this string data to console. You can then close the classes and namespace. So let's just copy it. We need every piece of code there. So when we've done that here, so now that's cool. So let's go right ahead and run this. So now we can run this, and we have our expression key, and then we have our endpoint. So let's run these and try to analyze an image. See. So just right click and then view in browser. So okay, so we'll run this and hopefully it compiles well. Hey, what's the issue? Like, a namespace, something, the curly braces issue. So let's just go back and let's look at that carefully. Okay, I think these two curly braces are actually reporting, so maybe we'll miss something up somewhere. So we'll refresh this again. Oh, I've been too hasty. Oh, I've really been hasty. So let's put that semicolon there. Okay, that's the beauty of having an IDE, right? It detects and give you code. So let's refresh again. Okay, good. So let's just choose an image. Let's just choose the file and then click the analyze button and see. So if we're using a dev express control, they have this nice image control. We could actually make it cool. See these are some of my pictures, and let's go back here. And let me look for some pictures of me. Okay, I think I have this popular picture of me. Let's hit here, brand legit. So we could get some pictures here, I believe. Just want to get a nice picture. Okay, we'll pick anyone actually. So let's just pick this. Let's just pick this man sitting here with a computer. So it's actually someone sitting with a computer and in front of him and all that. Okay, good. We need to make this a sync because we're running a synchronous operation. So forgive me, we need to fix this actually. So you can see this, it's good. We've got this exception. So page will make a sync true. So it's just here, come here. So we just make this true. Good. So we can save and refresh again. Okay, so let's just choose another image file. Okay, so let's pick this woman now. And now we click on analyze. Oh, error code 404, message resource not found. What is this? We have the internet. Let's try it again and see. Is our API key oh these images are too big. Let me use a normal image, normal small image. Actually those images are too big, so yeah, this picture of me that I'm looking for, I have it here. No, there's actually a picture of me. Where did I keep these pics? Okay, let's use this man here. Just this picture. Let's use this. Okay, that means there's an issue. Code 404 resource not found. So let's try to see why we're having that. So let's go back to the I hope we see error codes. Oh, we can see let me see. Let's refresh this because the idea is to drop the images here. So let's refresh this folder. Yeah, of course we have the images, like we dropped these images here. So what's the issue? What's with the 404 error? And then okay, let me check this. Okay, 4 days remaining. Okay, let me use the second key and see. And let me check what is the right endpoint we're using. Okay, West Central US. Why don't we use Westus? Let's go here and see. West Central US, that could be where the problem is coming from. Okay, detect, we didn't put this, so we didn't put this detect. So oh, sorry, forgive me, we didn't put this. We just called this, we didn't put that we are detecting image. So it's a problem, so that's why we couldn't find it. So / detect. Good, now I'll fix that. So I don't think we need to change the API key, so let's run this again and see. Have it here. Go refresh this page. Okay, so we choose a file. And did I pick it from here? Okay, no, I think I have this one is a clay image. So you can actually pick an image with a whole lot of people, and it will give you it will detect each and every face on the entire picture. So good, so we have these, so you can see we have this JSON response. It is nice JSON response. Or the ID face rectangle, we picked top left 53 like this. Face attributes, smile, that's 0.3%. Head pose, you can look at it. Facial hair, there's mustache, age 38, predicting gender male. So glasses, actually there's a reading glasses. Emotion of happiness 0.3, neutral 0.6, and so you can look, you can see different lip makeup falls. So he's a man, so he's not wearing a makeup. Eye makeup falls and all that. So let's choose another file. Let's choose another file. Let's choose a woman this time around. Yeah, this lady here. Good, here's a lady. As a lady with no reading glasses. And no mustache. Okay, good. First of all, I see no mustache here. Age 32, you can see gender female, and no glasses. And then she has emotion of happiness, same. Neutral 0.6. Lip makeup false. Eye makeup true. She's wearing makeup on the eye. Her color is brown. And then you can see like her color is brown. You can see the confidence, like with 0.99% that her color is brown, and with 0.78% that her color is black. And so you can see all that. So we're able to have these now. Now we're able to have this JSON response. So we're going to use our response to intelligently detect an image before we upload that image into our server, right, or into our system and everything. So that's just the idea. So that's just the idea. So now we're able to do this. So in the next session, we're going to add some intelligence and then create a profile enforcement system using what we have gotten, using the information we've gotten from an image. For example, if you had a male, you can upload picture of female, for example, so and all that. So thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Ayuba Ojonogomazu. Hello. So in the last video, we were able to create a simple interface where we add images using the file upload tool, and then we analyze the image and then look at some certain attributes and information that the image displayed to us. So in this session here, we're going to create a profile picture enforcement system, just based on the intelligence we got from our image, from the analysis of our image. We're going to use that to determine if that image should be added to our database or to be added as part of our application or not. So that's what we're going to do in this. And actually, you could put a URL. You mustn't really choose a file and all that. You actually just put a URL and do that. So if you recall here, this is the interface that we have in the .axpx code. So we just create an interface logic for what we need to do. So we'll just say style and so we'll just say width just 100%. We'll just declare a simple table. So we have these, so we can just ask for your name, maybe just first name, just normal capturing of bio data. So we can just drop a text box there, just drop a text box here, and then we do the other one. So it's the first name, last name. So we drop another text box in here. Good. So we ask for email, then gender, something like that. Just say email. So let's assume we have this text box too, and then come on here, we say gender. So you select whether you're a male or a female, and then we can use that to intelligently check what we want to do. So let's just drop a drop down list there, and so we say male, and value should also be male. Doing the same thing. Female. Value should be female. So here we're just going to check if you select male, of course it has to be a male. Your picture has to be the picture of a man. If you select a female, it has to be a picture of a woman. So we check that, and then let's see which other attribute again do we need here that looks like okay, well, we could just say that we don't want your picture with no glasses, and just something like that. And you could actually let someone smile just to know the happiness level, and just all that. You could actually play around this and look at different scenarios of what you want to capture about the person's face. For example, you could say the person should wear a glass, so they capture that. But let's just for simplicity case, let's just talk about gender, and that's all. And then we make sure that the picture uploaded is a human. It has returned a JSON response. Okay, so let's see, we have this. Then let's just come down here, create that tr rather. So we could actually put this here. We could just say upload picture, upload appropriate picture, appropriate picture. So and I also told you to actually check for adult contents, so we could also check for adult contents. So let's just take this our file upload one here. Oh, I think, yeah. Okay, so I can actually pick this, put it here, and then okay, so that's it. Okay, so let's say we have it like this. Now can we run this interface and see? Well, let's come here. You can say h2 profile show enforcement. Right, hope I got the enforcement correctly. I hope I spelled it correctly. Enforcement, I think enforcement should be this. Okay, good. We'll just give it a name. This is text first name, text f name, text l name, text email, and then we could just name this gender. Just say DDL gender. So let's just go right ahead and run these and see. Okay, so let's run the interface and see. Okay, to actually see what we have. Okay, so just a simple interface like that. We could I'll just put our button here. So fill first name, last name, email. So you just select your gender and oh, I think that is a mistake. Okay, no, value female. So why am I not being able to select this? Okay, I'm able to write here. I see that I can select that. So we'll look at that. Okay, well, we'll come to that once we start coding. We'll see what's the issue and we'll fix that. So for now, there is this. So we upload the appropriate picture, we check, and then we click analyze. So it's just a simple interface just to show you that, how enforcement can be done, because there's some website that if you go, you can see that if you don't upload the appropriate image, you will see the issue. So we're just going to analyze our codes and return the appropriate value based on what you have selected here, more especially your gender, and which we check that whether you're male or female. Then we check that you actually uploaded a single picture and not a picture of people in a group, or a picture of a cat or a dog or something else. So in the next video, we'll just go right ahead and start coding and get to have this wrapped up. Thank you for watching. Hello. In the last video, we created this user interface for the profile picture enforcement system, and then we created these. We have first name, last name, the email, and then the gender. And then we're going to add some intelligence into these so that when we choose a file, a picture file, we're going to analyze the picture file and make sure it's a female, it's a male or a female based on what you've uploaded. And then we could also put some restrictions, like we could say that your image should not contain glasses, reading glasses, or any glasses in particular. And then we could add all those restrictions to our image that will be uploaded onto this system before we proceed. So what we're going to do here, the logic here is going to be simple. We are going to change this button from analyze to add to database, just like just like you're creating your profile system. So we're going to change this to add to database, and then we're going to do more of our function on the choose file. So here it's where we're going to do put more of our code logic. Once you choose the file and the file is uploaded, then we analyze the image, and then if the image is correct, then we activate this button. Then you can add that to your database. So let me just change this here to add to database. For instance, we're not creating the database, but just to get that up and running. So let's just change this to add to database. Add to database, for instance. But we'll still leave the button name as analyze and the on-click events to be this. But we can remove this later actually. So now that we have that, the file upload, we are going to code the logic on this on change. So this that form that submits. So we're going to code the logic of the file here. Now I think what we need to do is let's drop in an image so we can get to see the image we're analyzing. So let's drop in an image control. We'll call it image 1, and then let's save this. So we go back to our code behind, and then we continue from where we stopped in our last coding. So if you could remember, we have our subscription key, which is this, and then we have our URI base, of course, which is this. We're detecting our faces. So since we're going to do the logic now at this level, we need to do some few changes and all that. I'm going to do away with this analyze button here. So first of all, I'll create a function called upload and display. So once we upload our file, we display it, and then I'm going to put some of the logics here. So let's just go here, and then let's create the function. Let's just say private void upload. So here we upload and display our images, our image file rather. So from here now, we just do some declaration, just almost the same thing we have. So say image name is equals to file upload 1. It's file name, right? So we just get the file name, so to be the image name. It's just similarly the same thing I'm doing here, but I'm fine-tuning it more here. So then the image parts, so we also declare the image parts. So we also declare the image path, and then of course we're putting in the image here in our root folder. So plus the image name. Then of course the image size. Now we could actually restrict all these, you know, in our intelligence. We actually restrict the image size and all that. So let's just file upload 1, posted file. So we'll get the content length, right? That will give us the image size. Now, so if file upload 1 if it's not null, and the file name is not empty. That's the posted file name. It's not empty. The posted file name is not empty. So we just do some file logics here. So it's a file upload one. Save as. So server.map path. Server.map path. So we get image path. So we get image path, right? Then image one, of course. So what we're doing here, we want to display the image automatically as it's being uploaded, you know, as it's been uploaded. So we want to display the image automatically. So image URL, we have path, get file name, file upload one, that's file name. Okay, good. So okay, let's just create the image file paths just like we have here. So there's a string image file paths, just like we have here. I'm going to pick these codes here, so I'll just declare this here just like how it is here, but I'll pick this and then paste it here, and then I will say server map path. So we'll pick the image part here. Good, so we've picked the image file path. Then the remaining function will be the same. So we just pick this. We just pick this, and then we drop it here. So now that we've done this, I think we don't need the analyze button anymore. So we don't need this function anymore. So and we can go right ahead to remove the on-click event of this. We can even decide to change it. You can just say button add to database, button add, right? So we change the entire name of the button to button add. So now that we have that, let's come back here and then look at what we've done. So we created a function upload and display, so that as image is uploaded automatically, we display the image, and then we analyze the image by calling this make analysis request using the image file path. So now that we've done that, we can in the page load, we need to add this to call the function. So we can say if of file upload one posted file is not null, and file upload and the posted file dot content length is greater than 0, of course, then we can just call this. So we can just call the upload and display. So now the idea here is we upload and then we display, and then we show the image analysis, the image attribute. So we're going to do that then before we start analyzing the image and putting in some enforcement. So let's go here and then let's choose a file. Okay, let's refresh this a little bit. So let's refresh this. I think we changed this to add to database. Okay, good. So now we choose a file. I have some couple of images here that I can choose from. Okay, good. So there's a couple of images here that I can choose from. I can just scroll down and okay, these are images of faces, people's faces. Okay, this is my image, right? This is my picture. No, it's 11 MB, it's too big. So let's pick this. Or let's pick this pretty lady here. So good. So let's pick a picture and then let's see. Now you could actually add a functionality to show that currently the image being picked is being analyzed. So you can see and this is her picture, and then just like what we did now, we can show the analysis report here. Now it says if you look at it, she's wearing new glasses and she's a female, of course, age 26, and okay, lip makeup true. So you could decide to say that okay, upload images without eye makeup and lip makeup, for example. But for now we're going to do this. If you choose male, if you choose once you're uploading the profile picture, we're going to add the intelligence that if you choose that you're a male and then you upload the picture of a female, the system will reject that and it will disable this add to database button. But if you choose a female and then you upload a female picture like this, then this will be enabled. So that's what we are going to do. So for we to be able to achieve that, let's pick this and then create a class out of it. So let's pick this JSON report. And then we create a class out of it, right? So just come here. Just going to add. Okay, let's wait for this to respond, then we add the class. Okay, we want to add an ASP.NET folder and then we'll add this. So app code. Now here is where we're going to put our class logics. So from here now, the next thing that we need to do is okay, I think this is still loading. So let's just wait for this to respond. Okay, good. Now we add our class. So we add a new item called class. So let's just leave it as class 1 and then let's just add it. Okay, good. So I think we will clean this all this since we've copied the JSON. So we go to edit, right? Yes, we go to edit, and then we go to paste special, and then paste JSON as classes here. So just click on that. So the JSON we've copied, now we'll generate a class out of it. So now that we're able to generate a class out of it, so you can get to see all the features and everything we have here. So we have face ID here, we have face rectangle. You can call the face rectangle class. We can get the height, the width of the face rectangle, and the face attributes class. We can also look at that. We have to check whether the person is smiling, and then check the person's gender, the person's age. You could actually add a lot of intelligence here. Like you could look at the person's age based on what he has selected, and then make some calculations there. So look at facial hair, glasses, emotion, exposure, noise, makeup. We could say you should upload pictures that does not contain makeup, for example. And then we could look at all that. So head pose, look at the classes, emotion, blur, exposure, noise, makeup, occlusion, hair. Now these are all the classes that we need. So but for simplicity case, we're just going to make our intelligence based on gender, just based on gender. So if you're a male and you upload a picture of a female, then our application will reject that. And if you're a female and you upload a picture of a male, our application will reject that. So now we have this, right? So we can come here and then look at everything that we have here. So good. So what I'm going to do here is we will now put in our intelligence and then look at how we can analyze the images or the image that is uploaded, and make sure that we put in the intelligence based on the gender that you've selected. So we'll code that logic in the next video. So just stay with me. Thank you. Hello. So in the last video, we are able to put this piece of code here, and then we were able to display the response, the JSON response on this label message. And then in this video here, we said we're going to just work on the intelligence, more especially in the area of gender. So if you pick by filling this form, if you pick a male and then you upload the picture of a female, the system should reject it through an error message, and then disable the add to database button. So if you pick the appropriate gender and upload the appropriate picture, then this should be enabled, and then it should show a success message. So that's just a very simple intelligence we're going to add. But like I said, you could look at the whole features of the vision API, the face API, and then add your own intelligence according to your application specification. So let's just get to it. Now what we need to do here is to get a JSON. We already have this JSON response, so what we need to do is to deserialize this, and then work on intelligence. So first of all, we're going to use this. So you just type this using newtonsoft.json, and if this should show you an error, of course, just go to NuGet packages, which you can find it by going to view, which you can find that by going to view, and then is it view? Oh, by going to website, sorry. You can find that by going to website. Good. So you go to manage NuGet packages, and then you search for newtonsoft.json, and then you install it. So I've already installed mine, but just to show you how you can do that. Okay, so let's wait for this to respond, and then okay, good. So you just click browse, and then you could just search for Newton soft.json. So good, you can see I have it here, Newton soft.json. Which is the first one here. So I've installed this, so you can see it's telling me to uninstall or update. So I've installed this, which is the latest version 12 as at the time of this recording. So you just click install and then install this. So it's going to add that into your bin. It's going to add the packages into your bin folder. Which all the security, cryptography, .NET, .http, the DLL, and all that. So now once you're done with that, then you need to go back to the class because we actually pasted this class here. We need to I need to explain something. If you look at your code, probably you will have this public class. You have this array here. So just comment out that, and then in the class one here, we don't actually need this, so just remove the whole class one. But before you remove that, make sure that you pick the public string face ID, the face rectangle, and then the face attributes, and drop it on the root object. So once you're able to do that, just remove this. Just make sure your code looks similar to mine here, and then of course this class here, we don't need this. So just make sure your code is similar to mine here, what I have here. So once you have this, you can go right ahead and save. Then so we go back to our default .css. So we have all these namespaces we've imported, and you have your subscription key and all that. So we scroll down, and then now here will be the message that we're going to display. So what we're going to do now is we're going to deserialize the result of what we have here. So before we do that, I think okay, let's just comment out this, and then let's come here, let's just let's say variable result, and then we can say JSON. So we call the JSON convert class. So JSON convert, and then we call the deserialize object. So deserialize object like this. So lists, and then of course we call the class, which is this class here, the root object, which is this. So root object, so we call that. So you can actually name your class whatever, anything you want to. So now that we have this, let's so we can put in here the content string here. We mustn't really put the JSON pretty print, so we can just put content string. So good. Now we've deserialized the class. Then since we're going to use gender, I think we need to do something. Let's declare string, call it gender, and then we get the results. Of course, face attributes. I'm getting the face attributes, and then I'm getting the gender, and then I'm getting it to string. So good. Now that I have this, I can now add some intelligence here. So I could say if gender is the same with this combo box here, or this drop down DDL gender. So we have male and female, right? So we're just going to say if that is the same with DDL, okay, we can't find it here because we have this as a static void. So here's what we need to do. So we just come here the same way we declared this. We come here, we say private static, since it's a static method, drop down drop down lists, and then we could call it gender drop down lists. Let me just name it like this. Good. So gender drop down list. So we come into the page load, and then we say gender drop down lists should be the same with DDL gender. Good. So I just changed the names just to clarify issues. So then we can come here, and then we can see gender drop down list. So gender drop down list. Selected item dot value, right? Put it string. So if the selected gender is the same with what we are analyzing from our results, then we can just display the message. We could just say label. We just say successful analysis, successful analysis, successful. You uploaded the appropriate gender. We'll call that okay, and then we'll say else if the gender is not the same with what you selected, and that value, the string. See if what you selected is not the same, then we could say LBL message text. We could just say error, or we could say analysis error, analysis error. Please upload a picture of appropriate gender, and then we could say button. Okay, good. So we just want to like disable the button, the add to database button. So we need to do the same thing. So we need to say private static button. So say add db btn. So that's the add db button, and then we have it here. We say add db button should be button add. Good. So we scroll down, and then here we say add db button enabled should be false. So good. So we have this now with just a simple intelligence. So let's save these and then refresh and see what we're going to have. So I'm going to refresh this page now and see. Okay, so wait for this to refresh. Oh, what's the issue? Compilation error. Okay, I think I created a click event there, so I need to remove this click events. Oh, I thought I removed it. Okay, so let's refresh. Okay, good. So it's assumed that we're filling this form. Yeah, put in my first name. Ayuba, not Yuba. And then I put in my last name. And probably maybe I put in my email. Just something like this. At gmail.com. And then I'm a male, so of course. And then let me select a picture of a male. So let me select my own picture, which I have here. So good. So here's my picture. Okay, good. So it's processing. So like I said, you could actually display your image and then show the intelligence accordingly. Okay, I think there's an issue. It says analysis error. Please upload a picture of appropriate gender. So okay, probably what we have written, let's probably the text is not the same. So I believe that should be the issue. So it's saying this is not a male. Of course, it's a male. Now let's go back and check. Let's do a check. What I need to do is I can just disable all these codes and get to see how I'll just get to see how the gender is spelled. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's just disable this and then enable message the text. Let's get gender. So let's just see what's it's printed out. So let's refresh this again. So I want to see where the issue is. So we select this. And let's select my picture again. Okay, you can see it's small letter male, so and we have big letter here because of case sensitivity. So let's just go back and then call this back. We can comment this and then go to our interface design and then make this small letter. So the value should be in small letter. Good. So we can refresh these and then do it again. Okay, so let's choose again. Let's select my picture again. Okay, this is it. And now let's analyze it. So good. So you can see analysis successful. You uploaded the appropriate gender because I added this. So now let's assume that I selected male again, right? And then hey. So let's assume I fill this form, selected male again, and then uploaded the picture of a female. So let's assume I upload this pretty lady's picture. So good. You can see analysis error, please upload a picture of appropriate gender. So it doesn't recognize these. So this is like a kind of a profile enforcement intelligence that we've created. So if you're designing your web application and then you're doing the registration form, for example, maybe you're creating a dating website, for instance, and then you want people to upload the picture of who they claim they are, gender wise, then you could use this technique here that I said. And like I said, you could also look at the different intelligence that the API provides, like glasses, whether the person is wearing the glasses and or not, and then you could decide to add that according to your business rule. So what we're able to do here is we're able to use the gender to add intelligence to our application. So you can see analysis error, please upload a picture of appropriate gender because we selected a male and then we uploaded a female picture. But if we selected a male and upload the picture of a man, then this button here is going to be enabled, and then we can actually proceed with our design. So if you've been watching and you've come this far, congratulations, you've learned how to use the Microsoft Vision API to add image intelligence into your application. One more time, my name is Ayuba Ojonugwomoazu. Thank you for watching. Hello, welcome to the concluding part on this video series on how to create an image processing application using the Microsoft Vision API. My name is Ayuba Ojonugwomoazu, and this is just a quick recap of what we were able to achieve in this video tutorial. So first of all, in this video tutorial, we looked at what is a computer vision, and we looked into computer vision and what you can do with it. And then from there, we also talked about the computer vision use cases and applications. We looked at it in the retail, security, automotive, healthcare, agriculture, banking, and the industrial sectors. And then we discussed briefly about in retail and security, where we talked about different use cases that Amazon and different companies were able to use this computer vision in their own application. And we talked about how Amazon is able to use this computer vision for shops that you can go in, and then the cameras are installed that takes that use facial recognition to take pictures of what you have products you've picked, and then create a virtual basket for you and then bill you at the end of the day. Then we also looked at the use case in terms of in the sector of of course we discuss how that can help in stop lifts, how that can help in in theft in to how that can help in combining theft and crime in the e-commerce sector. So we also looked at that, and then we discussed the use case in automotive sector, in the automobile sector, and we talked about this particular company, Waymo, and then we talked about how they're trying to use the image software, the image processing application, Vision API, into building self-driving cars and sensors and all that. So we all looked at that. We also looked at it in the healthcare industry and all that. So from there we proceeded and then created a face detector web app, which is just similar to what Microsoft has on its own application, but Microsoft created a console application, its website. So we created a face detector web app. And then from there, we now proceeded to create a profile picture enforcement system in which we're able to achieve these at the end of the day. So if you've been following this tutorial, thank you for watching. One more time, my name is Ayuba Ochanogo Moazu.